You are listening to another Third Coast Nerds podcast. I find it very amusing to play In the Air Tonight by Phil Collins while I hold cookies under milk until the bubbles stop.
Sadly, I've done that this week.
Did you laugh maniacally?
No, there's some of these like extra ultra stuffed Oreos. I don't know if you've seen them. Like
no. See,
and they're so great. You got to dunk them under until the bubbles come up, and then they're soft enough to.
See, I did the opposite type of Oreo. Like I'll tell you in a second.
You blended some Oreos and put them in milk?
No, the opposite type of Oreo.
Oh, those thin ones?
Yeah.
Why? Did Cammy do this to you?
No.
Okay.
No, this is my choice.
I like it. Did a woman tell you to do this?
No, because normally I get the double stuffed and then I use the fork. That's the secret weapon, and you slide it in that way you can dunk it completely, and when the bubbles stop, you just.
Why don't you get your fingers wet?
I don't know where they've been.
See, what's great is after you put it down there and like it gets soft, and then when you bite it, like there's still a little bit of the outside on each your thumb and your finger, so you're basically essentially not letting yourself like lick your fingers after.
Yeah, but it's really really hard to play games while you do that. So like I can't be.
So you're that guy eating everything with a fork.
Like I'm sitting there trying to kill people, and the Oreo's just sitting there, and I'm like, oh, come on, someone kill me, and then they kill me, and I'm like, all right, that's a good Oreo.
Nothing beats that, like the fall-em-offs, the sludge at the bottom of the glass of milk when you're all done, and you've lost a few in that battle.
You know what beats that though? Your roommate putting a glass next to the sink with that still on the bottom.
Oh, that's just why?
Because
why don't you let that go?
A, that shit's gonna get hard, and then you gotta like soak it before you can scrub it. And B, that's the best part.
It is.
That's like not eating the skin when you go get fried chicken.
Yeah. Of course, I love those people because then I'm like,
then you
give
get
me
their
your
skin.
Yeah,
that's such a dirty thing to ask for. Hey. You gonna eat that skin? I want it.
I want your skin. I want you to just peel it off in one large patch. I want all of it.
So like going to the game thing, like Chad got to witness when he came in today. After I got off work, I was like, well, I got to eat before we do the podcast. So I poured me a bowl of cereal and started a new game. Well, I got through like 3 bites. So I'm in the game, and like as soon as the game ends, I'm sitting there just trying to eat.
What kind of cereal is this?
It was a flaky one, Honey Bunches.
So you didn't plan ahead.
No, so I was trying to eat before it got
like the
soggy.
only one you can do that with is shredded wheat because like it'll still be hard.
So
well, some cereals you have like
be careful it's soggy.
Some of the really healthy ones though, you have like a window where you can't eat it, or you're gonna walk away with sliced up gums.
Oh yeah.
You got to have some time.
I've gotten a few. I take a bite and I'm like, I'm gonna leave that there.
One of those is Raisin Bran Crunch. You can't put enough peanut butter in that bowl to stop from cutting the roof of your mouth.
Oh, I did put peanut butter in it.
You don't put peanut butter in your cereal?
No.
You're looking across the table like there's something wrong with me, and I don't like it.
No.
Like it's a look of semi-disgust, but kind of intrigued.
My grandfather, Pop, when we were kids, that's what he ate Raisin Bran with creamy peanut butter in it, I think, originally. But we liked crunchy, so we changed.
Me and you, Dane
likes cream. But yeah, like he would go and basically take like a little teaspoon and just take a couple spoonfuls and arrange them in his bowl, then pour the milk in. Mm-hmm. And that way you could have, a good big bite of your cereal and a little peanut butter chunk.
Little nugget.
Little nugget.
If I go
it's not so
and make
different.
you a bowl of cereal, will you eat it?
Dude, man, I'm full. I'm so full.
I'll make a small bowl.
No, it's good. Like
it's delicious.
It's very good with the bran type cereals.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
like Raisin Bran Crunch.
Because I'll just get straight up like granola and pour me a bowl of granola and put some of that in there. And, it's
that's probably nuts. I do the same thing with oatmeal.
Yeah,
you put peanut butter in oatmeal.
Yeah, peanut butter and bananas.
I put peanut butter and chocolate in my oatmeal, and they're called chocolate no-bake cookies.
So on the peanut butter, I got an idea. Well, actually, I had this idea many years ago. So what do y'all think? So you take peanut butter and you use a freeze dry process to make tiny pellets of it, so it can be even.
Yeah, they're called
Reese's
cereal. Pieces.
No, they don't have a hard candy shell. They're soft. They're just peanut butter.
Well, depending on it, like I make my own peanut butter, and it's actually pretty tasty. But if you skip the process where you add either peanut oil, I put coconut oil in mine. If you skip that process and use like
it's
really
chunky.
Yeah, it's not so much chunky, but it'll if you don't like.
Actually, the easiest way to answer this is: do you remember Wick?
Yeah.
The peanut butter we got when we were on Wick. you could cut that with a knife and put like sugar cube sized peanut butter in, and that's what we always did. We always got like oil to soften that up. So
I didn't.
Yeah,
I put it in milk.
but if you use
Stir it
like
up.
if you use like the really cheap like store brand like HEB or Kroger brand peanuts, there's like hardly no oil content in those. So when you blend them up in the food processor, you end up with something that kind of sticks together but not really well. So if you leave it in your if you leave it in the container, if you vacuum seal it or whatever, I usually stick mine in the fridge just because I know it's very much it's against the religion of peanut butter to stick it in the refrigerator. You're not supposed to do that. But
same thing with syrup.
yes, exactly. But the cheap stuff I usually do because when you go to spoon it out, it comes off in like flakes.
Oh, peanut
And like
flakes.
giant pieces of peanut butter bark that you just dump in whatever, and it's just there's nothing like taking like almost an individually sliced little slice of peanut butter for your peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Didn't they used to do that? Couldn't you used to buy slices of peanut butter?
You could,
like
and
cheese.
it was the most disgusting thing. It was the worst thing ever because like
They put it right next to the peanut butter and jelly in the same jar. Where you're just like,
everything about that idea was horrible. Nothing about that's good.
I remember people going, "Oh, we got this. I'm going to have it for lunch today," and I'm just like, "You're evil. Like that shouldn't happen. You need them separate for a reason."
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's really bad. Like I prefer my sandwich items segregated.
Yeah.
Before construction. I don't like.
Does that still exist?
Yeah, you can still get it, but I think it's
Yeah, you
mainly in
can.
grape.
It's always
it's jelly
grape.
that shouldn't be jelly.
Have you had the
Yeah.
what are the sandwichables or in the freezer section?
It's just disgusting
That
and
sh-
wrong.
no, that shit is awesome. You just like take one of those out and you throw it on the bar, and that way you're like, "Oh, I came kind of hungry. Oh, sandwich already made. There you go."
This is like a Mitch Hedberg bit. It's like what was the joke? Is like my friend asked me if I want a frozen banana. I was like, no, but I want a regular banana later. So yeah.
Well, no, I even bought the little sandwich thing to make them here. Haven't used it yet, but I'm gonna try it.
Have all these tools.
Is it in
You
your
have all these
closet with your
kitchen tools.
churro maker?
No. It's in the pantry. the churro makers. I think I finally got rid of them all. I
Nice.
may have one left.
Yeah, because if there's the promise of churros, you should have done that. Because I don't know how many times I brought cookies once to this damn podcast, and I
Twice.
got hassled. Well, twice.
You brought twice.
I got
Maybe
hassled
3
about it
times.
for like the following 3 months about not bringing cookies.
Yeah,
Hey,
see, I just went and
where are
bought that same
cookies?
cookie dough, and I ate it before putting it in the oven.
No,
It was like, but you're like, but I was thinking about you.
you know what? That reminds, I need to send him a message and be like, "Where are my churros? I haven't had any churros since like the first time." He was supposed to bring them over like at least once a month. I think was the deal.
But it has to be like authentic to my childhood, which like my only experience in my childhood with churros was Splashtown. So I just need the cart of churros.
You didn't go to
on the
Poncho's?
side. No,
Really?
no, I
Yeah,
didn't.
Ponchos. You go get the churros so you can eat those while you wait for the sopapillas.
Yeah, you essentially go get you a plate, and you put 3 churros on the plate, maybe 4, depending on how hot.
If my foot's not falling off by the time I get in the car to go home,
and then you cover it in ice cream. And then if you want to put some toppings on your ice cream, feel free. And eat it with a spoon and a knife.
Or
first of all, Doc, my heart's moving too much. I got to solve this problem.
or if you want to one up because someone does that and then the parents are like, "That's bad for you. You shouldn't do that." So you go and you make an actual sandwich. So you line them up, put ice cream, and then line them up again. That way you can kind of pick it up. It kind of oozes.
I did try to fill a
was young.
sopapilla with a combination of churro and ice cream once. It was churro, ice cream, and honey inside of a sopapilla, and my mouth was utterly confused but happy at the same time. It was fun.
So you need to go
Like
to
Hot Pockets, I got an idea for you.
You need to go to.
Have you ever thought about Cold Pockets?
They actually have those. Toasted yolk, great brunch. They have churro donuts. It's
I've heard of
literally
this.
diabetes in a circle. Like, it is delicious.
Nice.
I think the 4 come with it. The first time I got them, which I've only got them once because I still haven't processed.
Then why
all
was it
that,
the first time, Kyle? Why not be the only time?
Because I wanted to get them this next time I went, but I was like, my foot still hurts. So,
The diabetes is still acting
Yeah,
up.
I need that diabetic nerve damage
So
to
they-
kick in so I don't feel it anymore.
they bring a plate of 4, and I'm just like, I'm not eating 2 of these. Like, I can see that they're way too much sugar. I give one to the waiter. He's like, "Thank you." Like he was like, "These things are so awesome. You don't understand." I was
Well,
like,
dude, that's like crack when you work at a restaurant like that and they have something that's covered in sugar. It's 2 more hours of doing whatever you need to do without even knowing that time was there. You just keep a little bag of powdered sugar in your drawer and just inhale it as you need.
yeah. So I was like,
Did
"Seriously,
you
take
just did you just snort powdered sugar?
That's my powdered sugar spoon.
I just take a little bump every now and again. Just gotta feel it.
I can just see like one of the hostess just holding the spoon with a lighter and just trying to get it to turn into syrup. Oh, that's bad.
Well, it's kind of funny because we sat here and we're like, so what are we going to talk about? And no one really had anything to talk about too much because we're all on different episodes of different shows and we're all busy. And
Yeah.
so it's like we played games because we did play games.
Yeah,
Well,
we had a
this
we
past
had a
weekend
game
was
night.
game weekend, which I had never attended one. I've never actually come to a game night, and I was actually
Splice?
I'm on Kyle words right now because we started late again. I'm pretty, dude. Okay, I'm gonna rewind to what you said, all the things you said before we rolled credits because it was hilarious and none of it was words. But we had game weekend, and I had, like, granted, it was a misplaced conception because, like, all these new games are very fast. But I had this idea that's like, this is going to be a 7-8 hour adventure with one game that never ends.
I do talk about Brimstone, and I play D&D style games that can very well take your entire day.
Yeah, and I have Zombicide coming in that's going to be just like
or the
that.
ones that are going on, like they're on. It's like 7 months in. You're like,
Oh, yeah.
we're still
and
going.
Dragons?
Well, and that's kind of the weird misconception on game nights.
Yeah.
You either have a game night that has the name of the game in the name of the night, like Brimstone game night, knowing that nothing is going to happen that night but a brimstone.
Yeah.
And possibly gout. The other kind of game nights, you really do want to play games that are relatively easy to pick up.
Yeah.
And aren't going to take a ton of time.
Yeah.
So we concentrated on 2 games primarily. 3, we did throw a
'cause
couple
I got the one
exploding
out of the
kittens
mail.
in. Yeah.
Yeah.
You had to go to the mail to get your game.
Yeah, had to go to the mailbox to get it.
And then we had talked Dominion a little bit, so we played that. Actually just taught you how to play.
Yeah.
And then
It was a hit.
Revolution.
It was a
Revolution,
smash
of course.
hit.
Yeah, so we have the starter set out here, with the exception of mine, because I don't like that one. So I put the bureaucrat in instead.
Sorry, you're already loading it for you to win, huh?
Yeah, I'm gonna win regardless. But
Not that we're thinking too far ahead, but this is still a one-camera show,
yeah.
and the camera is way over there.
Yeah,
And,
no, see, we're going to continue with the podcast like normal. We're going to talk, but we're going to be playing a game while we do it.
Yeah, we're going to be playing a game while we do it.
And Kyle does not know how to play, so he's going to lose the game. But we may have to teach him a few things because he hadn't done a whole lot of deck building games, actually.
Magic.
Which is a little different than this
That's
one.
about it.
So this game, essentially, it really reminds me of Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
There's a 2-player game, Game of Thrones, that's very similar in the fact that you use these victory type things to win.
Yeah, we've talked about that before because I was there when you got it. And I was
Yeah.
like, and I was gonna buy it, and you're like, well, no, you just borrow mine because we're done playing it. It's done.
Yeah, that one realistically is a combination of this and Magic the Gathering.
Yeah.
So this game here, it's a deck building game. You essentially add cards to your deck as you play by buying them with set amount of money that you have. And then once certain win conditions have been met, which usually are 3 of these stacks are gone or this stack is gone. So Kyle wasn't paying attention, so he doesn't know how to win now.
Those stacks disappear, and you want to have the most at the end.
So there's 15 stacks.
Okay.
There's 15 stacks. 3 of the stacks are your currency for the game, and the other 3 stacks are your points for the win condition.
Your victory points, yeah.
Yeah.
And just
Everything has a
few-
cost.
Yeah, I mean, and there's it's as easy as ABC.
I'm going to go right back to
Right.
this voice again.
You have your action phase, which allows you to play an action. These kingdom cards are primarily actions. Some of these, this one here, is an action attack. And the blue one is your counter spell. So if at any point you're holding one of those blue cards in your hand and someone goes to attack you, you just show them that card, and that attack does not affect you. So there's your counter spell. Just
So like it's not like you
doesn't- you don't use it.
Stop
you
the
can use as
action.
many times as you want.
yeah, because basically you're going to play like the bureaucrat. I'll read that card since it's the one.
Mm-hmm.
It says gain a silver card. Anytime something says gain, that means you take it, and silver is the middle one, and you would put it in your discard pile. This one says put it on top of your deck, but when you gain, it's discard. So the way that things you buy get added to your deck are you run through all of your cards that are in your deck upside down. Once they're all face up, you shuffle, and then you start over. Every card you draw during your turn you have to get rid of that turn. Nothing goes from hand to hand in this set. There are expansions that do. I haven't played them, but I've been made aware of them. That's essentially it.
Let's do it.
Your coppers cost 0. So anytime you have an ability to buy something and you don't have any money, you can grab one of these as your buy.
Socialist ass game.
Right?
How many?
It depends on how many buys you have. You get 1 action, 1 buy, and a cleanup phase. These kingdoms have things written on them, like the smithy is +3 cards. Basically, you're drawing 3. The workshop, gain a card up to 4.
So this one's a plus buy plus money.
Yes.
2 money.
And then you have plus action.
Now, is that +2 for that turn, or do I get one of those?
Just that turn.
Okay.
Yeah. Essentially, that's what you have. I'm going to finish reading the bureaucrat since it's the attack card.
Okay, top to bottom, left to right.
And it is top to bottom.
Yeah, everything does have to go in a sequence. Even though a card may be played in the middle of another card sequence, you still go back to the first one and finish out what is happening on that card from top to bottom.
Yeah, and that can be unfortunate for those of us who like to deck build in Magic because you know the way phases work and order and how you can take advantage of that. So, yeah. But this one, you get the silver, you put it on top of your deck.
Mm-hmm.
What that means is your next draw, you know you got that silver in there. Each other player reveals a victory card, which is one of these, and puts it on top of their deck. So you draw 5 cards every turn. If you play this, only 4 of their cards are going to be useful to them because the only thing these cards are really good for
is at the end.
Is at the end when you count them up.
Yeah, and there's nothing live in gameplay that they affect, so you can ramp up.
Can you lose them?
You can. Not in this particular thing.
Not an OG.
Yeah.
Not an OG.
There are
Dominion.
ways to kill cards and to trade cards up based on their value, their cost. So there are some things you can do there.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah.
Well, y'all start, and then I'll
So yeah, I'll go first. We have a total of 7 coppers and 3 individual victory points in your hand. You
already shuffled, and I've split.
You've drawn your 5.
Yeah.
All right, we'll go ahead and do that too. And also to kind of talk about the currency, it's of course it's
Bullshit.
copper, silver, gold.
I want to reshuffle.
John's gonna be really bored during this podcast.
You're talking about the thing I already know. You said you wouldn't. You said you wouldn't mention him either. So
No, Kyle said that.
No, I said we shouldn't. That way he calls one of y'all and is like, hey,
He
y'all
just
are literally
walks to my desk at work.
my game.
Yeah, I know. I'm probably gonna get a message from him. He's like, "So you played that game I told you about like 8 years ago?"
Yeah, we've talked about it a little bit at work. So
yeah, but I shook him off. And I was like, "Yeah, I just don't feel like this, man. Dungeons and Dragons 8-hour game."
And actually, there is a card in here now that I'm looking at it. The remodel card, Kyle. There's usually also there's a trash here, and there's a curses stack. None of these cards can give you curses. Curses are a negative one of these, so they cancel it out. But this one here says trash a card from your hand. Gain a card costing up to 2 more than that one.
So by
technically,
trash,
you can throw
do you mean
this.
like rip it up and throw it in the air?
It's
Is it
just
Munchkin
in the
style?
trash. No, it's not that.
Okay.
But you could trade this in your victory point up for a copper because this is 2 and this is 3. So there are things you can do that way.
Can I reshuffle?
No, not yet. You'll reshuffle after the next turn.
Yeah, and these are all new cards too. I didn't see these at the first game.
Oh no, this is the first ones we played with.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't remember this one.
Should be. I'm gonna go. I have no action to play because we don't have any kingdom cards. And my buy phase, I have 4, so I'm gonna buy a bureaucrat, and that will end my turn. So all cards go in my discard pile, and the next 5 come in. So now it's Chad's turn.
All right, and same deal for bureaucrat. And
So now it's my turn, and I have a buy phase. No, it's action.
Action, which you don't have any action cards yet. You won't get your first one till turn 3, possibly.
You're right, I don't.
And you
So
have
it's my buy.
it's your
phase.
buy phase now.
All right, so I only have 2.
So
I
this
get
is
one of
5,
these 2.
4, 3, and 2.
So it's either a dispel or this seller card that gives me an extra action,
yes,
and I can basically switch a card out.
essentially.
Any number of cards.
Yes, you can
But
discard. You can discard those victory points to draw into other things.
But it
so
says,
it's not bad for a starting
okay.
card.
Yeah,
to
but
cycle through
do I want
things.
to dispel though?
Maybe 2 people did buy bureaucrats, which is the attack.
I'm gonna go with that one.
Choose
And then
wisely.
This goes over here, and
Yep.
I get my new ones, and it's your turn.
So I only have 3 copper this turn. So I'm going to buy the woodcutter, I believe. Yes, and it is now Chad's turn. So we can talk about other things while we play,
Yeah.
but that may not be easy for people who are just playing the game. They're new.
I'm not gonna talk much.
You never do.
So I think we all saw, we touched on it briefly last week, but the first episode from the winter break of Arrow.
Yes. I
haven't.
I watched The Legends of Tomorrow, and then Arrow
Is it my
and
turn?
Flash. Yes, it's your turn.
Okay. I have 5.
Nice.
Oh, look at that.
Look at you go.
Money, money, money.
I'm thinking I have to buy a market.
Yes, you do. That market's a really good card.
Yeah, I'm
So-
gonna get a market.
Yeah. In most cases, when we play this game, the market,
In the bureaucrat
the bureaucrat, and the workshop, or the whatever that one is over there,
workshop.
woodcutter,
Woodcutter.
or
Work cutter.
the high money,
How much is that one?
8.
I couldn't abide that.
No, you couldn't abide that.
I couldn't abide that.
Words are hard and stuff.
So I got 3 coppers. So for my 3 coppers, I'm gonna go with the workshop. And then you're looking at me. What do you got, Chad?
Bureaucrat, so I'm going to gain silver, goes to top deck. Show your hands.
If you do not have a victory point
I don't
in
have a
your
hand.
that's part of your cleanup, by the way.
Yeah, you still have to draw 5 cards.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still shuffling,
Oh, yeah.
so I don't have a hand.
It's not like
Um,
Munchkin rules where you have to shuffle until someone tells you to stop.
Well, no,
Or no, not
that
shuffle,
Was
that's,
exploding
exploding
kittens.
Exploding
buttons.
kittens.
Yeah,
Exploding buttons.
exploding
bunnies.
bunnies.
Exploding
man.
kittens. Yeah. He's new. I have no victory points in my hand, so that's what I got.
Okay, cool.
And I don't have a hand.
But yeah, I haven't watched all of this week's stuff. I was kind of bummed to hear that Heroes was only going to.
You
last
will
that
have a
one
hand and
season.
you will have to show that.
That's
That's the truth, man. What do you want to do?
I don't know. The stack, I didn't have a hand yet.
Well, my
this game does
turn
not
couldn't have
utilize the stack.
gone until your cleanup phase had entered.
So I just give you my victory point?
No, you put it on the top of your deck, so it's the first thing you draw next turn.
Oh, put it here?
Yeah,
Okay.
and you only have 4 cards for the turn.
Ooh.
Well, think about it. If that happens to you every turn, you're only playing with 80% of your cards. So it can be hurtful over time,
Maybe.
especially if it happens more than once to you.
All right, is it my turn?
Yes.
Yeah. And
4.
see, you had me
Bureaucrat.
distracted because I didn't know what Chad bought now.
It's your turn.
My turn now.
I'm pulling a Kristen.
She's very quiet at this game.
Is she?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So one thing I did on game night is
Oh, wait,
we
I
were
wasn't
playing.
supposed to shuffle, was I?
Not quite yet. No, it was the first game. Whatever.
Wow.
I'm thinking magic where you
ABC,
shuffle.
not SABC, Kyle. I've been mocked for this multiple times. You should be aware.
It is indeed as easy as ABC.
Not for Kyle.
Magic. I shuffle a lot.
Yeah.
Not really. You just, now draw back your 5 cards.
You always have to
If
have
you have
5
a victory
cards.
point, you put it on top, and then you play your turn.
Wow.
Yeah.
So playing Dominion
Yeah.
on game night. Well, you said like I'm going to tell you something new. You were there.
Yeah.
The mistake, somewhat, of attacking Kristen.
Well, that was Revolution, not Dominion.
That was Revolution. Okay, yeah, this is Dominion. Okay, I'm sorry. Names. Yeah. So yeah.
That was
She won. She won by a large margin the
on
first
both
game
games.
we played.
Both games.
On both games, yeah, too. So the second game we played out of the gate, I was like, I'm gonna take out the rabbit.
Yeah. Well, and we did go from the Palace expansion to the Anarchy expansion, and the Anarchy expansion has all those negative things.
Yeah.
So you just kept throwing her in jail.
Yeah.
And the thing about that one is it cycles through. So only 5 people can be at jail at once. So if you do that at the beginning of the game, over time, she's going to get knocked out.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it kind of hurt you there, and you were on her radar.
So you just poke them
Yeah.
there. Did you already go again?
No.
No,
Did you go?
it's still
no,
your turn.
but I already did my turn.
Okay,
And then
so
I
it's my
shuffled
turn.
I shuffled at the end of my turn.
Okay, so I have a bureaucrat, so I will grab a silver and put it on top. But if you have a victory point, it goes on top.
I have no victory
So let me
point.
see your hand.
I already put it there because
Yeah, but that's when he played it.
Yeah, I
Not
don't have another one.
Okay, so he's got a
I want you to
bureaucrat.
see what
over
I
here.
got.
Oh, that's the point. Read the card. You show the cards if
But you said earlier, like,
No.
I don't have a victory point, and you didn't show
Oh, no, I
yours.
showed him.
Yeah, you showed me the hand.
I didn't see it.
Yeah. Read the card in your hand, Kyle.
You have one. There's no better reference.
No, you reveal a victory card from your hand. You don't have to reveal your hand.
Keep reading. Read out loud so
I
everyone
don't
can
want to
read.
read out loud. I'm only reading that first part.
Right.
So technically what I was doing was correct because I was showing the victory card, and y'all were like, no, you have to show your hand.
You show
So
the victory
it's either
card.
or.
It goes on top. If you don't have a victory card, you show them your hand.
I need better lighting in this room.
Yes, you do.
Yes. I'm sure the YouTube viewers would appreciate that as well.
I'm going to get one of those shop lights and just...
Yeah, and then
Make
we
that
just
noise.
we blind out the cameras just
Right.
all white out.
So I'm done.
You're done. All right, 2 copper woodcutter, plus 1 buy and plus 2 of money stuff.
Currency. Which one are you looking for?
I don't know. I like the dead air that's happening.
I
While I'm
know.
trying to. We're trying to keep up. This is going to be the worst for the audio listeners. This is the worst absolutely podcast.
Well, we know who to blame.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
John. I'm going to say your name again because now everyone
Right.
knows.
But yeah, I mean, I play this game. I played this game almost 20 times already, and he only borrowed it a few weeks back. So there's a number of these game nights that happen.
You should put this game in my garage for about 3 months.
No, I play it too often. I'm just hoping like.
You can come play it in my garage, but that way in
Why
3
do I
months
want to
it's
come and play it in
mine.
your garage?
Because then I can claim it after 3
See me,
months.
creeper.
It's the,
Right.
Just living in his garage.
It's the garage rules.
I think it's your turn
Is it my
because
turn?
he's shuffling.
Yes.
All right.
It is your
Oh,
turn.
and you just punched the mic.
Mike
So I'm going to do bureaucrat. So
All right.
Victory, victory.
There's
Just tell me
mine
one of these. I'll
on
put this on
top.
top, right?
Yes, you put one of those.
Yeah. Okay. You see your hands?
Nope.
No?
No, you saw the victory card.
Really? You've had this card in your hand for like
Yeah.
7 minutes now.
It's
I thought
the
you were
hidden
saying
rule.
the exact opposite, though. I don't know.
It's the hidden rule of
And
suck it.
then for that, I'm going to do that, and then this goes in my discard, and I get 5 more.
Well, I don't have a victory point anymore, but I do have an action for woodcutter. So +1 buy +2, which gives me a total of 6 gold with 2 buys.
Dun, dun, dun.
So I will go with a market
Nah, you suck.
and a copper. Yeah. For those of you that don't know what markets or coppers are, yeah.
They're the good stuff.
So you started watching Expanse.
I started watching Expanse. I saw the first episode, and I enjoyed the first episode. Yes, I mean most of the sci-fi shows are pretty cheesy with a lot of the drama.
Yeah.
And I mean this one was no different. I wasn't really expecting much more than that, but for a lot of the thematic, your turn, Kyle. For a lot of the thematic, issues in the show, the divisions between like Mars, Earth, and
the Belters.
was it the Kuiper Belt?
I don't know.
I don't remember the specific reference. If it was,
I know there's a belt, an asteroid belt, and they're
Yeah.
called Belters.
if they actually called it the Kuiper Belt, and the science nerd
realistic?
to me, yeah, I was like, oh, look at that. But for some reason that detail escapes me at the moment. I didn't have a +1 buy phase. Okay, never mind.
So with this, I get +2 cards for my turn.
Yeah, you
right?
draw.
Yeah, you
start
can
drawing
still draw
too.
tokens. But yeah, that show I liked the sort of it didn't really have like a rich high dollar view of space. It was still very like blue collar, life is hard. I loved the text scroll at the beginning of the episode where
Yeah.
they're like water is super rare, resources are super rare, and then you see that little glimpse at that first character.
It's a question.
Yeah.
I only have 3 cards. Do I shuffle before I
You
deal?
draw
or do I
those
deal
3,
these and then
shuffle, take
and
2 more.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then when you're done with that, put a victory point on top or show me your hand.
Oh.
So, bureaucrat.
Is that considered an attack?
Yes, it's an action attack. So,
Okay.
the blue card you had in your hand last time, you would have revealed that card instead of doing what this says.
Hopefully I get it again.
Right? Well, I have 2 coppers, so I'm going to buy me a counterspell. But yeah, I thought it was a little cheese at first. But I really liked the almost Battlestar Galactica kind of space cinematography
Yeah, and that's the
they
feel.
did.
Yeah.
And
Edward James Olmos.
after it built up enough, you kind of got over some of the cheesiness part. Like the dude,
And I say the way that they depict gravity, I'm going to repeat that again because I said it like a few times and y'all were like, I'm not even going to watch that show, and then y'all watched it. The way they depict gravity and like the way they do things, it's like more realistic than a lot of other sci-fi shows. Like it seems like that's the way it would actually be.
Yeah.
So and I like that aspect of it a lot.
Yeah, I like the idea of using gravity as a weapon. That was kind of. I like that it was kind of.
It's easy.
yeah, I like that it was kind of played like a resource as well.
Yeah.
It obviously you have to burn fuel and everything else to create artificial gravity on your ship.
Exactly.
Yeah, so it's like they didn't really cheat it like, oh, we just have all these toys.
Yeah.
It spits food out of nothing, and gravity's everywhere and abundant, and no one hurts at all.
Well, when you're flying a Federation ship,
Yeah.
there's gravity everywhere.
So there's that.
Were.
And I also watched the first episode of The Magicians.
What'd you think?
Thought it was actually really good.
I thought you might like that one.
Yeah.
So
It didn't seem to. It had a more realistic feel, and I kind of like. We sort of abandoned the bleeps on the show a long damn time ago.
Yeah. I think it's Kyle's turn, right?
Yes, it is Kyle's
Because he's
turn.
on his phone instead of on the game. Or
And,
the podcast.
I had discounted a lot of things on Sci-Fi for a pretty long time, but kind of catching up to see what they're doing with stuff like The Expanse and The Magicians, I'm pleasantly surprised.
Dark Matter and Killjoys are both sci-fi shows that I'm watching as well.
Plus card.
They're essentially, I guess, on moving to season 2 or that half-season break or whatever. I don't know. But I know they're shooting season 2 of Dark Matter because Joseph Malozzi, who was one of the EPs and did a lot of work on Stargate, who's working Dark Matter, and he's been posting a lot of his blogs and stuff.
Yeah,
gain a card costing up to 4. Do I get to
yes,
pick
you
one of those?
A card that costs up to 4, and you just put that in your hand for your action phase. Then you continue and have your normal buy phase.
Oh, so it's like a free buy.
Essentially, yeah.
Or
a free buy up to 4.
Yeah, it's kind of like a finders versus keepers, no backsies kind of buy.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no, I'm not going to do it that way because I forgot to get a +1 there. So I'm actually going to do...
Oh, math.
Right, math is hard.
Oh, math.
All right, so I'm going to play Workshop with my action, +2, so I'm at 4. And... Oh, no, I can do that same thing Kyle just did, actually.
Yeah.
Bureaucrat.
Math.
And Moat. I only get one. Yeah, my normal buy for 2.
Yeah, this is a very different... this is a very difficult way to play.
Because you're not watching everyone's...
You're not watching everything, and you're still trying to carry on a conversation and make it somewhat entertaining. So it's like, I'm not paying attention a whole lot to the game.
Well, you won't feel as bad when you lose then.
Oh, yeah, this is entirely true.
But you'll know the mechanics of the game, so that's kind of nice.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Kyle will be sold on it, and he'll buy it.
Oh, I like this game. I'm already looking at the
expansions and everything.
There's that one you were talking about on Amazon that has them all. Got to get them all. Got to get them all. Whatever that song is.
The not Anarchy. I forget the name of the expansion that we borrow. Alchemy. It's cool with potions and stuff like that.
See, that one, when you told me about that one, I want to play that one because you know me and Alchemy.
I think you'd like it.
That's my jam. Dead air.
Right? Is that your jam?
That is my jam.
I'm working out.
What happens when you put peanut butter with your jam in the same jar?
The end of the world.
That's the thing. I don't eat jam. Do you eat jam or just jelly?
Is it my turn?
I do. Yeah, it's your turn. I prefer jam.
I prefer strawberry preserves.
I don't like the seed content. Like I prefer the peanut butter to be the only crunchy element in my sandwich.
Okay. I can understand that. I put Doritos in my sandwiches, not my peanut butter ones.
I haven't done that in a long time.
Yeah, I did it at Subway yesterday. It was awesome.
Yeah.
I ate and in the Subway too. So I'm sitting there like taking my sandwich out, open it up, and I'm pouring my bag of Doritos in there, and then I pick it up and like squeeze the whole thing so it all crunches.
Yeah.
I always use Cheetos.
This little kid pointed at me. I think he was going to go home and try it.
Yeah, it's like, you have Heelys, but you don't have Doritos on a sandwich.
Your turn. See, what the other night, I think it was
Bureaucrat?
two nights ago, fuck off. So, the other night, I had peanut butter and jelly for dinner because I didn't feel like cooking.
Yep.
I just wish I would have had some crunchy Cheetos to put in it. Remember doing that when you were a kid? Like, I don't know what it is. It to me, it still sounds disgusting, but it's good.
So apparently we're going to talk about food and games this episode. Hashtag that.
Food and games and food, but you can't mix Doritos and any. Texture, feel things bug the hell out of me. If you got Doritos hands and you're still playing, you're touching my stuff, we got a problem.
Yeah.
That's why you eat them with a fork.
Well, I prefer the
You
method.
kind of even it, right? And you're like,
I prefer the method of taking it in the bag, and both for Doritos and Cheetos as well, crushing it to a fine powder and taking it straight to the dome. No hands involved.
Yeah, see, no.
See,
Not
I
me.
thought he said something completely.
It's called portion
different at the
control. If
beginning.
I do that, I pour the whole bag in at once, and I can't breathe. I go
I'm
to
talking
sneeze, and
about
I got
the small.
Doritos coming out of my nose.
I'm talking about the small
No, you're talking about
bags.
the family size, like Doritos bag.
Oh, yeah. All for me. All for me.
See, I remember kids doing that in junior high. And,
It's not a meal unless I get Doritos in my eye.
You'd see him do
That's
the
how it
crunch
works.
thing, and as soon as it would go in, then you'd just see like the dust cloud shoot out because it would go in the wrong one, and you're just like, you just wasted your Doritos.
I tell a lot of
Or-
stories about this dude, but it's kind of a sign that you've been best friends for way too damn long. He called me over to his house once. I don't know what we were hanging out.
Oh, he was snorting it.
He had
that where he was
found.
Is it my go?
Yes, my go.
Okay.
He had found a nugget of seasoning in the bag of Funyuns,
Oh, no, okay.
and he had it stowed away. He's like, I got to do something special with this.
Oh, wow.
So I want to say it ended up on a steak,
Interesting.
Actually, that'd be
like
pretty good.
Funyun dust covered steak.
Interesting.
Ooh, now I want to make a nice use that as a wash. You know, you wash the chicken, put in some Funyun, bake
Yeah.
that.
I know you can use spicy pork rinds on your pork chops if you want to give it a little extra pork crunch.
Are you done now?
Yes, I am done.
All right. So I'm gonna do this. So I get one of these. and
Yep.
It goes
On top of your deck.
so it'll
which-
go on the top whenever
right.
I'm done.
Here's
and
my
then-
estate.
Moat.
Okay.
Was it remote?
You got it.
No.
Yeah. No. Bureaucrat.
wait.
All right.
All right.
And then let's see.
I don't like Funyuns.
Funyuns are delicious.
Funyuns.
I
it's
love onion, but I don't like Funyuns.
You don't like fun
all
onion?
chips.
It's fun onion. That's what it is.
All chips that are like health wise the worst thing for you ever.
Yeah.
I have a love-hate relationship with because they're tasty. They're all very good. But for me, there's a limit to where, like, oh, this is the best thing ever, and then sick. You just feel gross.
Yeah.
You feel horrible. Like Cheetos, I had to completely give up Cheetos Puffs because
Oh,
I
screw Cheetos Puffs.
I
I
overloaded.
don't like I like the crunchy ones.
Yes,
I-
and the
I-
jalapeno crunchy ones.
Well, yeah.
I had a phase in my life to where Cheetos Puffs were the shit.
You were Cartman.
I was Cartman, and I didn't like the normal Cheetos. And then I had a turn of a thing. I don't know what I'm trying to say.
You came to the realization you were wrong.
I got sick on Cheeto Puffs. I had one too many. I went over the wall, and I was like, I still need to get my Cheeto fix. But Cheetos Puffs, I have bad memories of. I can't do this anymore. So I was like, let me try OG recipe Cheetos. And I was like, I have been missing this.
Yeah, I'm.
I know what I'm going to buy you the next time I go to Costco.
Oh God.
You know what it is.
Yes.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. It's going to be sitting right there. for one of
Needless
these
to say, we will
podcasts.
not be playing a deck building game.
I just picture like Cheeto log.
Do you know they have a
Pimento loaf?
a Snickers one?
What's what?
It's
A
a
what?
Snickers that's literally about this big.
Oh yeah,
So
I've
it's,
seen it.
It's by it's like the stripes by in
Yeah.
Willis, and you slice off.
There are
Pieces
very
of it.
few. I will qualify this. There are very few foods in life that are better by adding the word loaf at the end. Very few. Very few.
And
Is
it's not a
pimento
Snickers
one of
loaf.
them?
No.
So,
No.
so my thought is, I want to buy this, right? Just put
Chitlin loaf.
I want
Go
to
down easy, don't come up, rough.
Instead of thinking loaf, think of it as a sheet of a Snicker sheet.
Yeah,
All right, bureaucrat.
but I want to get this
Moat.
and put it in my desk at work, right? And you know that commercial and how everyone's always going like, "Oh, you're like Betty White without a Snickers."
Yeah.
Whenever someone's being like a real dick, just
Like,
pulling
chunk
that
that
out
across the
and
room at
throw it
them?
at their desk and be like, "Eat that."
On the way home, when I worked the 12-hour shift, I would pick up some purple drink sometimes at this gas station on the way home on 1960, and they essentially had that same sheet but theirs was Rice Krispie treat, so you could get like about the size of a Trapper Keeper.
Yeah.
Of Rice Krispie treat. That's how big this Snicker was. But yeah, like. And
I like the internet standard for size reference at this day and age is banana, but you took it way back, and it's like we're bringing back Trapper Keepers for
Trapper
size
Keeper.
references.
like a 1-inch Trapper
bureaucrat.
Keeper.
There's a whole younger audience that's like, what the fuck is a Trapper Keeper?
Bureaucrat.
Go look it up.
Yeah.
So yeah,
you
but
got to, man.
oh, I always wanted to try it, but like, how do you go home? Because like the off shift, I'm there by myself.
Yeah.
And how do you go home and open that without like feeling really bad about yourself? Like, I have this Trapper Keeper of Rice Krispie treat and no one to eat it with right now. So yeah, I never got one.
But you're like,
It was $10.
I've been the double digits of my age for a long time, and that first digit hasn't been one in a very, very long time as well. Like, what am I doing with my life? I'm doing awesome things. I'm dreaming the big dreams. I'm answering the big questions in life. Where can I get a Trapper Keeper full of Rice Krispies?
So I only have 3. I'm gonna go with the seller, and my second buy will be a copper.
This is the most on and off discussion, and I'm sure
I know,
people are
it's
so
nice.
pissed. I like it. I like it. You can land at any point in this podcast and probably find a good 3 minutes to listen to
Yeah,
that aren't going to be
somewhere.
connected to anything else.
Absolutely nothing. Yeah.
Any new? I jumped on a bunch of new shows. I can't remember all the ones that I've watched. I haven't watched all of them yet. A lot of the ones I made a notepad for like the last couple of episodes that we talked about a bunch of different shows and made an effort to go out and see those.
Is it my turn?
Yeah.
No, it's not. Oddly enough, I still haven't. I'm still stuck.
We're gonna skip Chad at least once. In this, I think.
I still haven't watched past episode 2 of Jessica Jones.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Wow.
Sounds like you need some sick days in your life.
Right?
No kidding.
Didn't they just kick in with the new year?
What, the sick days?
Yeah, sick time.
I got some cold weather you can put on your feet.
Well, I'm going to be up late
Just some
tonight doing
pneumonia.
server updates, and I will be working from home tomorrow. So I'm sure some of it will get watched, but I have too much. I have my 3D printer to fix. I'm in the middle of all this stuff working on new quadcopter designs. Kyle, it's your turn.
Yeah, the hangouts have been a lot of quad centric lately.
Yeah, because pretty much in the middle of doing, server activities and maintenance stuff, it's all kind of like do one action, wait for 5 minutes for it to figure out for you to do the next one. You just have to wait around to click next. So in the in between time, I'm in CAD. I'm designing a whole bunch of new quads, and I'm diving into the first one I designed was a 250, which is 250 millimeters from motor to motor diagonally.
Did you have 2 buys?
Yes.
Okay.
But I
I
like
just
the
see him
idea.
stacking cards, and I don't like it.
Yeah. Like, I'm a car nerd, like the legacy of Carroll Shelby and a lot of these, a lot of these early race car builders that didn't have an education in the whole thing.
Bureaucrat, both y'all.
No, look at that.
Oh, wow.
I like their ideas, especially like Carroll Shelby, who went to Le Mans. His idea was, I'm going to get a small European roadster and stuff a giant ass American engine into it. So that's kind of what I'm doing with the quads. I'm taking smaller frames and I'm stuffing the guts from much bigger quads into them, with the idea that either I'm going to something smells.
It smells like
magnificent.
someone's making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich downstairs.
If you have to add fire to peanut butter and jelly, you're doing it wrong.
You've never had peanut butter jelly on toast?
This is the most mutant ass.
Dude, I don't eat peanut butter and jelly if it's not toast.
Go home, eat some toast.
I feel there's lies being told.
Put some peanut butter and jelly
Nah,
on
dude,
it, and
I-
put some
I eat a-
jalapeno Cheetos in the middle.
I don't put none of that on there.
Delicious.
But like, I put my toaster on 1 so that I have a little stiffness.
Yeah, a little bit.
Because I don't want my bread to be falling apart.
Or you can use stale bread.
No,
Don't
I
do
can't do
Don't
that
do
at
that.
all.
That's a bad idea.
Okay, so I'm gonna do remodel, trash a card from my hand,
Is it trash or discard?
plus 2 woodcutter,
Ooh.
take a market. My buy phase, I will.
Are you playing this or discarding that?
I'm discarding woodcutter.
Okay, discard or trash?
Well, trash.
Okay, so this is the trash pile now.
So what happened to the
Yeah,
trash
but I
pile?
don't have another action. That was my action.
Can I have the
I
trash
have
pile?
no ability to take another action, so
yeah. Basically, this is just done now.
that is done.
So it's my turn?
And for my buy,
Did that answer your
moat,
question?
and your turn.
All right.
But yeah, I feel like there's a lot of dietary lies being told.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm a bread snob. I don't like bread.
Yes, because you almost had a panic attack.
When there's bread in the refrigerator, yes.
You saw
I'm
bread in the
unhappy with that.
refrigerator at Kyle's house, and you almost
That's
shit yourself.
disrespectful. But
Because the bread's so cold. The bread's so cold. Why don't you think
No,
about
it's
the
sandwich
bread?
bread. I like Subway type bread, Subway sandwich bread, and a lot of your Italian breads. But I don't like sandwich bread. So my problem is it like gets gummy with all the stuff and just all becomes one thing. It doesn't feel like you have a container for your sandwich. And so I put a little toasting on it. That way it's got more structure. Because I may or may not use more peanut butter and jelly than you do.
Maybe, but what I do is, the bread that I buy, it's sandwich bread, but you could finish sand a table with it. It's got a lot of grains. It's got a lot of stuff in it.
Oh, I do the white bread. Actually, I do the white wheat bread, the one we used to have.
Nature's whatever.
No,
Then the gold.
no.
That's what I use.
Like
I can't because I feel horrible, and then I take shits like the Play-Doh factory afterwards.
Is it like the unicorn without using the little step up? Have you seen that?
Yes, it's totally unicorn without the squatty potty, without the benefits.
Apparently, the squatty
all right,
potty
I'm gonna mark it.
is actually really really good. A few people tell me.
Well, we do have a friend who endorses it wholeheartedly.
Yes. So yeah, I have a couple actually. So we have the one, and then there's another people that also use poopery. It's the stuff you spray.
Yeah.
Apparently that works. So what I'm going to do next year, I'm going to make sure that my department at work does the white elephant, and I'm buying one of those squatty potties for the white elephant gift.
Yeah.
And I'm just hoping someone takes it to the bathroom while they're at work. I hope I have a particular person I hope gets it because he'll take it in there. And it's going to be hilarious. I just want to see him.
I want to see someone in the office just tucking a squatty potty underneath their arm, and it's like, it's about that time, Bob.
Exactly.
Yeah, that would be good.
So I'm hoping to create that for my life. I wish Christmas should be here again. Like just because I had a really good idea after, and I was like, oh my god, we should have thought about it a month ago.
You have to have a phrase too that gets you your mind focused on the task at hand. We briefly took up going to the driving range and hitting some golf balls, and I have a.
You done?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Wait, whose turn was it?
I don't know. He was shuffling.
You went last.
You need to get your turn. Never mind.
I believe it is my turn.
Shuffle.
I like to make sure shuffle right.
Anyway, woodcutter plus buy, 3 plus 2 to the buy. Market copper. You go.
Oh wait, if I have an extra buy but don't have money, I can grab coppers.
Yep.
I'm stupid.
I told you that already.
That
It's
was
on there. We can
explained.
rewind it if we need to, and then we can play it while we're still talking
So
about
now
it.
it's my turn.
Yes, it's your turn.
All right.
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of disc golf.
Yeah. But anyway, thank you for retracting me on sports. We were going to
I'll try.
We were going to the driving range, and I have a really bad shank. Like I can't hit the ball straight to save my life. I have an almost 90-degree curve.
Nice.
Yeah.
Do you just turn 90 degrees and hit it that way?
Yes, I do.
Me too.
Yeah, I have to turn it the other way. And so Kenneth tells me, he's like, you got to come up with like a phrase, something like in the King of the Hill when he couldn't do something. I think he couldn't throw a football or something like that, and he had to have this phrase. And so I had to do it King of the Hill style, like to the end of the rainbow. And the first step after doing that, I hit it straight. And he's like, no shit, that worked. So it became a joke. Like I had to do that before every time I hit the ball, and surprisingly enough, it actually somehow worked. I don't know what mechanic it fixed. I watched Tin Cup a lot to try to figure it out.
Moat.
Oh, bureaucrat. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, so disc golf.
Yeah, that's about all I've been
I don't
doing.
throw straight either with disc golf.
You know they're not designed to throw straight, right?
No one. Okay, so you clued me in, or just overhearing the conversation when you were talking about the giant bag of discs.
Yeah.
I didn't know they made them to arc different ways depending on which orientation you threw them.
Yeah.
Your turn.
Didn't know that.
Yeah. So if you normal throw like you throw a frisbee.
Yeah.
A lot of the discs will curve a little left towards the end of their flight path.
Yeah.
But you don't get on their flight path unless you spin the disc enough. So a lot of times you're just kind of throwing it out there. It picks up a little bit of spin and then just curves way left because it didn't actually do the full flight path.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a pain.
And I'm not obeying any of these rules at all. I'm thinking it's a day at the beach, and I'm just hucking it as hard as I can at the basket.
Yeah, see, that's why I have a trophy downstairs, because the first place and the last place got a trophy. Guess which one I was?
Yeah. 3 cheers for 2016 participation trophies.
They were like, it's a joke. And I was like, I'll put it on the trophy shelf at work. Come on, bring it. I was like, my name's on many of those.
The worst generation of America's coming up right now, but damn if I'm not going to get a part of it.
So we actually, just because I had to take down we had a trophy shelf, and I had to take it down. The tallest one up there, I was like, oh, wait, this has my name on it. It had me and Chase. And it has a big tennis guy at the top. And everyone's like, you play tennis? And I was like, yeah. And they're like, wait, you won tennis? And I was like, yeah, it was Wii tennis. Yeah. We beat some developers. They were not very happy.
I can imagine.
So, it's good times. Good times.
I go.
Yes, sir.
What do I want to do? I got a moat and I got a remodel. I don't know what I want to do.
Do you want to remodel the moat? Yeah.
That's the problem with the moat, is that you don't get an extra action.
Yeah. You
So-
just get to draw 2 cards.
Yeah. Yeah.
Woo-hoo.
So, yeah, whatever. I'm going to remodel and upgrade my moat.
Oh, from a 2 to a 3, huh?
I'm going to get this, it's +2.
+3.
But you're upgrading it to a +3. The smithy is 3 cards. The moat's 2 cards.
Yep.
And I think you took the trash card.
What are you talking about?
The card that you trashed last time you did that was trashed, not discarded. And the one you
What
just...
does that mean?
Trashed means you don't get to put it back in your deck.
Okay.
So your workshop and your other one would be in the trash pile at this point.
It's my turn, right? Because it's
Yeah.
going to take a minute to go through his cards.
Well, I don't like that. Well, Smith can go right the hell back. And I'm going to cheap out. I'm going to go for another moat. 'Cause that's
Nice.
the most ridiculous damn rule.
Yeah.
Because I trashed some good cards. I don't want to do that. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Dead air. Yeah, I like that.
I'm watching Kyle see what he does.
Complex math being done right now, guys.
Oh, yeah.
At least this is, like, I actually feel like this is better commentary than what you get on, like, the Magic Pro Tour coverage.
Right? Yeah. I would imagine so.
He's breathing heavy.
Yeah.
He's sweating. There's some ass crack showing.
All right. So I'm going to wood shop in silver. Actually, that's a workshop.
It's not a wood shop.
No, not a wood shop.
It's not a wood shop.
I'm going to take the last card in the 3rd stack and end the game because I'm the only one that bought any of these, and I have 2 more than you guys.
Oh,
so I win.
such foul
Wait,
win.
wait,
I wouldn't
wait.
even pay attention to states that were
what
being
ended the
bought.
game?
So there are 3 stacks now: the bureaucrat, the market, and the moat that are no longer there.
Oh.
Either a combination of any 3 or this guy right here is gone.
Oh, see, I thought you said if that guy is gone.
That is one.
Yeah, I thought I was waiting. I was like, we're not to the point where we're buying those up like crazy. So
Yeah.
I thought this game had a little bit. All right, well, let's keep
Yeah.
playing anyways.
No, the game's done.
We can play until that is gone if we want to.
I've already, like, shuffled everything out.
Aw. You haven't separated anything.
No, I'm going to shuffle up again. And I guess
Although
we'll-
I probably wouldn't have done that if I knew that wasn't the last turn.
Well, now because now it's just sound of the alarm to drain another stack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's the win condition. Now everyone would count up their victory points. You have 3, he has 3, I have 5, and I would win the game.
I would steal 2 of yours.
But now I got a chance. Comeback happens now.
Right? Overtime.
Overtime. Bam. Copper. Buying an estate. Shuffling it in.
What?
Getting it done.
All right.
Turn, bitch.
Yeah, people would be so confused driving up the road listening to this.
What I like the idea that right now all these numbers and all these directional terms are competing with their GPS. Like the people that have to have GPS to
Turn
make-
left on navigation.
Yeah, yeah. There's people who need a GPS for their daily commute, and you should be removed from society immediately. The number of people that I see, like you recognize patterns. I recognize the cars that I see every day.
Oh, yeah.
Every day I see
Yeah.
the same cars. I'm like, why is your GPS on? You know where you're going. You should know where you're going. I've watched you make the same trip for 3 years. You should know where you're going.
I've made fun of people for that. And then I've also been told that some of them people have it to where it'll make them aware of traffic incidents on their path and move
It's
them
called
around them.
Google Maps before you leave.
Yeah, but things can change between point A and point B.
Well,
Your phone doesn't beep and say you should, your path is delayed with the Google Now cards? Because mine does.
Yeah, see, my Google Now cards are in like February of last year. That's how long it's been since I've used that.
Bureaucrat.
Moat. Well, the path that I'm no victory points. But the path that I'm taking, there's only one route. You're not going to deviate from that. You can't.
Right.
There's no way.
It's one road.
It's one road. If you deviate from that, you're going to be taking a long, long side trip. And if there's a horse trailer that's tipped over and there's just carnage all over the road and you can't pass, that's the only time you would ever go around at all. That's the only time you would ever navigate around there. So these people that I see on the same stretch of road that you're going to be on for 20 minutes, there's nowhere else you're going to go, but they still have their GPS on. And I pass them because most of the time it's a Prius driver and he's going 20.
Well, that's as fast as a Prius can get.
Unless they're trying to pass a smart car, then they can get to 22.
I'm going to make it known right now, every Prius driver is an asshole.
I know.
Is a frightened, weak human.
I know one Prius driver, and she would kick your ass.
Inform your people to do better. Inform your collective to just be better behind the wheel.
Yeah.
Because they're so disconnected, and
that's the problem. They're overconnected because they have Apple iPod docks.
Oh, my God.
Do they really have those in there?
I don't know. I would think so.
The one thing short of seeing the most absurd thing, which when you see people with their iPad attached to their steering wheel reading the paper in the morning, the one that trumps that, and I've seen it on 3 different occasions.
The actual newspaper?
No.
Because I've seen
coffee table books.
A bowl of cereal?
No, like hardback coffee table books that are bigger than like half the dash.
A bowl of cereal.
A bowl of cereal?
Yes. I was on the way to do a...
Did you do this?
No, I was on the way to do my safety
butter.
driving stuff. I had a class, so I was kind of going through everything on my way in just to kind of brush up. And I pull up to the red light next to work, and I look over, and there's a dude in like a Ford Explorer.
Please tell me he was in your class.
No, he wasn't. He's eating cereal out of a Tupperware container at a red light. And the light turns green, and he takes another bite and starts driving with one hand, and then lets go of the wheel to take another bite. I was like, wow. I can't believe this just happened.
I've seen some weird stuff. Like I've seen someone eat nachos in the car while driving. And I'm just like, that's not cool.
Yeah.
But technically, if you don't have a passenger, or if you do, it's even better. You just put that to the right, and you can do it with one hand.
All right.
It's just getting everywhere, right?
I don't know why they were like... I may have just invented the best thing ever. The icing bags.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about? Icing bags?
Yeah.
You can cut, the tip to whatever size you want, fill that with milk and cereal, and then cut it, just take it right to the dome. You'd have that cereal settle on the bottom. You have to shake it up to like.
No.
Take that, Prius drivers.
So Kyle's gonna try to buy him one for $8, huh?
Get you a
Let's see how
funnel
he makes this
cereal.
work.
Ooh. The tension is mounting.
Let's see them golds.
Plus the one from there. That's 10.
Nice. You got to watch him. No one's watching him. Things will happen.
Jaden tweet, game related.
Oh, yes.
Sometimes gold is actually silver.
So this is going to be fun. I just marketed into a village. And the village is 1 card, 2 actions. And both of those actions are going to be bureaucrat.
Sometimes markets are also in villages.
So if you have 2 victory points, they both go on top. What?
Sometimes victories are also on top.
See, I'm hoping. I'm trying to remember who it was. Saw someone post about 3CM. Apparently, they were in class when they were listening to us. And they said that everyone in their class probably thinks they're a psychopath because they were just laughing randomly. I'm hoping that this makes that happen again.
It might.
Yell out random words and act like you have Tourette's. This works in all levels of society. It's 2016. We coddle everyone. Everyone will now be your champion. You'll probably get free Fruit Loops out of the deal.
Yeah.
Because everyone knows Tourette's. Folks with Tourette's love Fruit Loops.
Yep.
Oh, my associations are great.
Well, no, because you did 2 pure cuts. I was just showing you that.
What about the other one?
All right, rolling with no gold. Let's do this. Mark it.
What?
Plus 1 card. Plus 1 action. We're going to go ahead and do
Take your time.
woodcutter.
Uh-oh.
So I got 2 buys with no gold. I have
Three.
no money.
You got three money.
I have 3
You
money.
have 3 money. With 2 buys.
Money.
Trey money.
Tres
Whoop, whoop.
dineros.
So I'm going to go ahead and take that estate,
Yeah.
getting that for show,
For show.
and getting me some copper.
My turn.
Yep.
And that's all I got to say about that.
So with this one, in addition to the action, I can discard cards to get more cards.
Yes. So say you had like cards you knew you couldn't play.
Yeah.
You can swap them. We're sitting really far away from all of our controls. It feels odd.
Yeah, but I like that we were doing like an entire show while playing a game that's had half the show has been nothing at all happening.
Yeah, it's
We've covered pretty much everything we can talk about. Now we're just waiting for this damn game to finish.
technically
We
it's
finished
over.
the game. We already finished the
But
game.
Kyle's the only one that's bought one of the provinces, so he's technically up by he's up by 1 on me. So I've got to
Oh.
fix that first before I can say the game's over.
How much does that one cost?
2,
How much does that one cost?
5.
Okay.
You ain't got that loot.
Have it too. Kyle's stuck. He's in the zone now. He's not saying anything else that's not game related.
Yeah,
He wants to try to win.
this has been an interesting experiment of a show.
Yeah, a little bit.
So if no one comments anyway,
Right.
you know, I don't know.
Maybe they should. You know, if they're listening on Libsyn, then they could.
I like that probably the majority of folks that get the show most likely probably get it through iTunes. No one has any idea what the hell Libsyn is.
So I played the moat to draw 2 cards,
If
and
there
I
are,
drew 2 moats.
If only it was 2 cards plus an action.
Right.
if there are any aspiring adult internet film stars out there that have a good camera and would
Let
like
us
to clue
know.
us in on the technical bits, I really want to upgrade our camera. We've actually gone through like a downgrade and then somewhat of an upgrade. Moved from a GoPro, which was really difficult to work with in post editing.
What I was trying to say, if you do porn on the side, he wants to know what camera you use and your link so he can
This
see
is
how
what
the quality is.
I was told that the cam girls pretty much understand what the best cameras are.
I'm sure there's a Reddit about that and links so you can see the quality.
Well, I reached out to a bunch of other podcasts I listen to and tried to contact their producers and ask them, like, what camera do you use? And I have yet to get a response back. So, like,
Because we're too big of a competition.
I guess. But, like, the Nerdist guys, the Tested podcast has a really great video quality. But I'm sure they're using
turn?
unobtainium cameras. If you don't see me moving, I'm just talking. Because I'm trying to keep the, I have commitment to the show. I don't know why.
Me too, but we're playing a game here. They should all relate. They understand they're gamers.
I got another action. So I'm going to go ahead and moat that.
Moat that.
See, they need to add reaction.
That's essentially what your counter spell is. It's a reaction.
Well, no, I want like to where
There are other ones.
to
There are
where
other ones.
It's like, say it's like the bureaucrat, but you play a card before that makes it reaction, so the next thing you play has a reaction where it plays itself again.
There may be some stuff.
Something like that.
There's a throne room that whatever action
Y'all
card
done?
you play,
Yes.
you play it twice.
This is the game that never ends.
Right?
Oh,
Yeah. Should have ended already.
yeah, I know. And we keep having to drag this show out.
I blame Kyle.
So we finished the game. I'm glad it kept going because now I have a chance, maybe.
I doubt that.
Because I wasn't paying attention. I just
Yeah.
wasn't paying attention.
Well, that's why I
game.
knew I could win with 2. I bought 2 cards while no one was looking and was like, I
Yeah.
can win this game.
Bureaucrat.
Some people started playing it not knowing what it was.
Right.
And it just keeps going.
I know.
I feel like this is We can do like the Bill Murray from Groundhog Day.
Over and over and over.
There's no way this winter will ever end.
I wish we had a winter.
Like where he's like, none of that damn groundhog keeps seeing his shadow.
I've been
Take
digging
him
this
out.
weather. This weather's been nice.
I had to wear a sweater. I had to wear a jacket yesterday, which I didn't know I had, which is nice. When we did the move at
Know
work,
you had a jacket.
the room that my office was in like 3 years ago when we worked together, Neil.
Yeah.
Ed returned a jacket to me. I put it on the little hanger in there.
Yeah.
So we moved to the new building 3 years later, and someone brings me was like, "This is your jacket." And I was like, "I don't think so." And Ed sat next to me. He's
awesome.
like, "Yeah, I borrowed that from you. I returned it when you were like in a different position at work." And I was like, and I thought back, it was the big ones we bought for
New Mexico?
Yeah,
On a
New
Mexico
Mexico.
trip?
Remember we bought the same
Yeah.
type? I think Mom stole yours.
Yeah.
So yeah, have that one back.
Nice.
So I put it on, and there's just fur all
Wait,
over
is
mine.
it black?
Yeah.
I think that one's mine.
No, it's mine.
No, I'm fairly certain it's not.
Yeah, no, it is. I remember it now. There's pictures.
Because I asked you where that jacket was like 6 months ago. Less than 6 months ago. Because I went through your closet and couldn't find it.
No, because Ed said it was mine.
I'm going through your closet.
So if I have no action, it just sucks.
What?
Yeah,
If I have no action
you
cards.
you still have a buy phase.
Yeah, you still have your B and your C.
Because it's as easy as ABC.
Yeah. So if you have a topic and you've made it this far in the show that you would like to hear us discuss, so we don't have another show where we're just playing a goddamn game the entire show, you should leave a comment. You have many avenues to leave comments. You have Facebook. You also have YouTube. Those are probably the major avenues. But honest to God, if you listen to the show this deep, you probably already fucking know us. So,
You
text,
call one of us.
Call,
Come by the podcast on Thursdays sometime after 7.
just stop by the house. You could be on the show. You could help keep this show on track. This is the time where I plead and beg like I'm PBS searching for money to please give us stuff to talk about.
So we're going to go when this stack is gone, not that stack. Because we ain't got all night.
True.
So what are
Or
we
we can
doing?
just
What's the
end the
next
game
action?
now.
What's
Who wants to
happening?
just count
I think
points?
it's on you.
It's on me.
Isn't it? Yeah, I think it's on
Yeah,
Chad.
yeah.
Woodcutter plus a buy. Get money. There's nothing left for 5 except
Nope.
for this. Except for this. And I'm gonna get my free copper. Feel it.
Done?
Yes.
Yes. Emphatically. Get my point.
Kyle's got markets all day over here.
I too purchased a few markets, and oddly enough, I haven't seen them come up enough in this game.
I don't. Yeah, my hand hasn't been shuffled well. Yeah, that's a lot of dead air.
It is a lot of dead air. If you would like to see gameplay,
Tell us what camera to buy.
tell us what camera to buy. And if you're a fan of the show and you've made it this far, obviously you're obsessed with us enough to where you could just go ahead and pony up the dough and buy us a camera. I'm just saying, help us help you
But
by
wait,
helping
there's
us.
more.
But wait, there's more. Put a clock on it. Friends, you will not believe the deal
I think it's on you.
that is about to happen.
Uh-oh.
It's on Chad.
I know what I got.
See, Chad keeps trying to talk instead of play. That's why this game's taking so long. Because you're all trying to be
trying to be
audible.
entertaining and put on a show.
Yeah.
Yeah, how dare I do any of that?
How dare you?
How dare I? Oh, bureaucrat. That's my +1 action.
Bam!
I ain't got none.
Well, eat a penis.
Can't touch this.
No.
I gain a silver card. Goes topsies of the stacksies. Kind of sounded like that was almost STD like.
Whatever.
Give me another of these victory points because they're tasty. They don't get soggy in milk, and it's Kyle's turn.
Now I want cereal. I'm hungry. I didn't eat before the podcast.
That sucks.
Oh, you guys had to moat, huh? That's all you had? Your counter spell? It's better than having like
No,
the,
I had bureaucrat too, but I know it wasn't going to affect you. And so it's like, might as well see what I get. So in that case, 2.
Two. Two was it?
Yeah.
That's bad.
This game's like Hotel California.
How's that? Tell me how. How's it like Hotel California?
Because we can never fucking leave.
Bureaucrat, for those of you playing here.
Oh, yes. Because games are always made better with politics.
Yes, they are.
We could do without politics forever, I think.
Oh, God. I want to check out until November.
Isn't there one of those debates tonight without Donald Trump?
No, it's just his hair. His hair's
No,
gone.
like apparently they're doing the presidential debate, and he's like, I'm boycotting it.
Oh, because of that chick on Fox News he doesn't like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard something about that.
Yeah. Well, it's like if people ask you difficult questions, which you're in the running to run the goddamn nation, heaven forbid someone ask you a difficult question that feels like someone's biased against you.
Yeah.
Which is like, isn't this just like...
Is it my turn?
No, it's the
God,
turn.
Kyle. I'm doing a plus buy. That adds me 2. I get 2 more here, 5 total. I want to go ahead and go get one of these, and that ends the game.
What? Yeah, that's game.
That's what I plan on doing next turn. I think I got you.
But I beat you to the punch.
So do we want to count and let our listeners who stayed with us this long know who actually won?
No, we end the show now. And
Game
no
over.
One gets to know.
Silence. Like no music.
Roll the
Just-
music.
I wonder how long we could not like do an outro and people like think that we're still like here. Just dead
And then
air.
just,
Yeah.
I upload the show with like an hour and a half
And
of nothing.
It's like, oh, dude, this is gonna be a good one. This is like 3 hours long.
I'm going to do that. At some point, I'm going to do
It's
an
like the
episode.
hidden track in those albums of the 90s.
Exactly. I'm going to do one of those, one of the podcast episodes where it's just a hour of outro and then somewhere at the end.
Man, my shuffling was horrible. I did not do well on the shuffles at all.
I have a fat stack of green.
22.
I kind of organize as I count so that they're easier to put back. So you have to give me a minute.
Do we have to? Okay. I guess I could help.
Oh yeah, you got to put stuff up. That's part of the game.
And
But that's one of the things I really like about this game is the box.
what's in the box?
21.
As I smack the mic.
Damn it.
Everything is nice and labeled, Kyle. See? Yeah.
Oh, your OCD is okay there.
Yes.
I don't like your OCD though because I can't have fun with it. Like I had fun with a few of other friends because I hung that one shelf slightly off in the kitchen, and I just bring it up every time they'd come over. So you just catch them staring at the shelf.
I only had 19.
It doesn't work for Neil.
Only had 19.
So I win.
You're the only one that actually bought the province. I'm still confused as to how you had as much money as you had half the time, but we'll figure it out when we're paying attention.
Because I had multiple actions, and they all gave me money, and then I had because I bought the 3s too. Y'all didn't really buy these.
Here's a little bit of insight in the way Kyle plays the game. At some point, he's going to start making up rules that don't actually exist. So you have to keep an eye on him.
I don't know where you get that. I don't make up my own rules.
Every Magic tournament ever that we've ever played. Eventually, some squirrely stuff starts to come from Kyle's corner, and it's like, no.
I enjoy the times where he tries to take as much time as possible
Yeah,
so he
that's
doesn't
fun.
lose another game.
bleeding the clock.
That's more just to piss off Charlie.
Yeah.
Because
it's
it
fun.
really, I like to mess with people. That's kind of what I do. And when you see an opportunity like that, you just got to take
I
it.
love Charlie for the fact that, like, every time that you make a move in the game, he thinks it's the end of the world. So if you go draw an extra card, he's like, oh, no. Like, your draw step, he's already having a panic attack.
I'd like to see him at Fat Ogre, like somewhere, see how that goes.
He's still one of my favorite people. That New Year's Eve, let's go find someone's car to fight. That's still the best thing I've probably ever heard in my life. There's
Yeah,
All right,
I already put mine back.
Look at you. Now there's 2 stacks of markets.
Someone doesn't know where to put markets.
Eat the penis.
No.
So I think that's our show.
Yeah,
You have
it's with
successfully listened to us play a game of Dominion
And sort it.
and put everything back together, which is why I like this game so much. Because
Maybe we should keep talking while you put everything in the box.
go all the way to the
End.
end.
All the way to the end. That way they know what to expect when they end up buying the game and playing it because it was so much fun. Even they're just listening during traffic on the way home.
And this is a non-paid endorsement of the game.
Yeah, it is.
So if anyone has,
unless y'all want to send me a copy,
Yeah.
then
Yeah,
then I'll
YouTube.
play it again on the air.
Mm-hmm.
I'm taking everything you give me for free. Cameras. I'm taking cameras. I'm taking advice from porn stars. I'm taking free games.
Take that with a grain of salt.
It's all about angles.
Taking advice from porn stars. Yeah.
You got to get the right angles.
Yeah, the angles. Yeah. If you get the STD at a certain angle, it doesn't burn as much.
Oh no.
Good to know.
No.
Porn star logic. What do you want to do about it?
Yeah, I'm done.
You're done.
That's how you can close the show right there.
That's horrible.
Porn star logic.
That's just as bad as a buffet at a strip club.
That's the last note. It's as bad as a buffet as a strip club.
Yeah, y'all should start using that. Put that into society. You know, that should be it. No, that's just as bad as eating a buffet. at a
We
strip
love
club.
you. We love you. And if you made it this far, sainthood is in your future.
And remember, what should they remember?
And we swear we'll have a better show for you next week. That's all that you should remember from this.
No, they should remember never to eat a buffet at a strip club.
Never eat a buffet at a strip club. And porn stars know where to get the best cameras.
From the Angle store.
From the angle.
The Angle store.
Oh, I
Bless
swear we'll have
you.
a better show next week. Good night, everybody.